Hi, my name is Michelle Gellis. I am an acupuncture physician and an international educator, and I am also the author of the book, Treating the Face. It is a comprehensive guide for acupuncturists and health professionals. It is a full color 500-page book encompassing everything having to do with treating the face. First, I would like to thank the American Acupuncture Council for giving me this opportunity to speak to you today. So, what I'm going to talk about today comes from chapter 2 of my book, which is all about 5-element acupuncture. And the topic of my talk today is the importance of clearing blocks before doing cosmetic or any facial acupuncture treatment. So, what is a block and why is it important to treat them and clear them? So, a block is an impediment to the smooth flow of qi throughout the body. It's if you think about water going downstream, if you think of your chi as like a river flowing, and if there were sticks blocking the water from going downstream, that is energetically what a block to treatment is like. So, how might it show up? Um, Blocks can, the effect and how it could show up is it can make symptoms worse, or it could make your treatments not as effective. And this is important to us when treating the face because when we are treating someone's face, we're not just treating them from here to here. All of my cosmetic treatments involve a full body acupuncture treatment. And this is because we are treating the whole person. So if the chi is blocked anywhere, then it is going to affect our cosmetic acupuncture treatments. And this can show up in, again, the treatments not being as effective, or your patient can have increased side effects from the treatment, strange sensations, headaches, dizziness, these types of things. So it's really important to clear energetic blocks to treatment before treating the face. The health of the entire body is reflected on the face, and our face is the most yang part of our body. So things like wind and heat, and a lot of different stagnations and deficiencies can show up on our face. They can show up as red spots, dark spots, dryness, puffiness, especially under the eyes. And when we're thinking about the face and blocks in particular, all of the yang organs, all of the yang channels converge up on the face. And we'll get back to that in just a second. So, thinking about our kind of 5-element, I'm a Worsley trained 5-element acupuncturist. So I think a lot when I'm designing my treatments. I think a lot about the emotions and how the emotions affect our overall health. And our face is how we express our emotions. And if we can't or don't express our emotions due to some sort of blocked channels, blocked chi, or perhaps there's neuropathy somewhere, or your patient has been getting some sort of neurotoxins in order to relax certain muscles, or if your patient has a condition like Bell's palsy or myasthenia gravis and they can't express an emotion, then this is not just affecting the face, it's going to affect our overall health. So, the first thing that I always do when I'm doing a cosmetic acupuncture treatment is I check for and treat any blocks to treatment. So, today I'm going to talk about 2 blocks to treatment, and one of them is referred to as aggressive energy. So, aggressive energy is contaminated, polluted chi that might be circulating through the channels, and it can affect all aspects of our mental, physical, and emotional health. So, body, mind, and spirit. And um, there's really no way, just by looking at a person or talking to a person or probably not even feeling their pulses, unless you're highly skilled, to know if someone has aggressive energy. So, what we do is we test to see if the person has aggressive energy through an aggressive energy treatment. So, the treatment is a test, and the test is also a treatment. So, by testing for aggressive energy, you're treating the person. Um, the points that we use are the AEPs on the back, all the back shoe points. And they are bladder 13, 14, 15, 18, 20, and 23. So we're going to go top to bottom, right to left. We're going to put the points in, and we don't push the needle all the way in. You just tap the needle in so that they're just kind of hanging there. And then you're going to put in a test needle, one in the upper jowl, one in the middle jowl, and one in the lower jowl. And if the redness around the acupuncture points, the back shoe points, is different in size or color than the redness around the test needle, then that is usually a sign of aggressive energy. And the test needles are put either between the inner and outer bladder line or between the inner bladder line and the spine, any place that's not an acupuncture point. And you will leave these needles in until the aggressive energy clears. I always leave them in for at least 15 minutes, just in case. And I do this on all of my patients for the first treatment. And typically within 15 or 20 minutes, the AE will clear. Another block that's very important to check for and to clear when you're treating the face are entry-exit blocks. And if we think about the flow of energy in the Chinese clock, the energy goes from heart to small intestine to bladder to kidney, et cetera, around the Chinese clock. And energy moves that way through the channels. So when you're feeling the pulses, if you notice that the, let's say, small intestine pulse, which comes right before the bladder pulse, if that small intestine pulse is really big and pushy, and the bladder pulse is very small, then it can be a signal that the energy is not getting from bladder to small intestine, and there is an exit entry block. And the way you treat this is by treating the exit and entry points of these two channels. So the exit point for small intestine is small intestine 19, and the entry point for bladder is bladder 1. What you would do is you would, if you feel this on the pulse, then you would treat small intestine 19 by tonifying it. And the way we do that is we put the needle in and we turn it 180 degrees clockwise, and then we take it out. And then I do like bladder 1.5, kind of on the bridge of the nose, and instead of getting all the way into bladder 1. And you are going to tonify that, turn it 180 degrees, take it out, and then you would do the same thing on the other side. And usually this will clear any blocks. You can also suspect these blocks. In addition to the pulse, people usually report they're having ear issues with their ears, so something physical, headaches, and the headaches that cause you to kind of go like this and it feels better. And this is really important because you don't want to be treating the face unless the face is completely open and the energy is flowing freely. Can you put up the slide, please? So there are several other blocks that we check for in 5-element acupuncture, having to do with the Sheng cycle. And I cover all of these in my book, and I go into depth about spirit blocks, possession, husband-wife imbalances, and all of these have to do with getting the qi to move smoothly throughout the body and the face. You can take the slide down. So that is a little bit about why it's important to clear blocks before doing any facial treatments on your patients. And if you would like more information, you can visit my website, facialacupunctureclasses.com, and check out some of my recorded classes and my live classes. And I hope to see you in class one day soon.